And anybody who can't realise that problem, well, they're going on one road. That's a road to destruction. And you've got to stop sometime. So why not quit?
Massive shout out to Oleksandr Usyk. He did a fantastic performance tonight over Daniel Dubois, a good young game lad who come for a good tear up. So congratulations to both men.
I'm making a lot of generalizations and assumptions right now, but if you look through the history of heavyweight boxing, you're not going to find as many movers, at least good footwork, for the size they're at that Usyk is.
John Fury didn't hold back in his trademark fiery style, unloading on heavyweight Daniel Dubois after his disappointing rematch loss to Oleksandr Usyk. The outspoken father of Tyson Fury allegedly called Dubois a quitter and questioned his heart and desire to compete at the elite level. He had his chance to redeem himself and he bottled it again, John Fury said, visibly frustrated. Fury's harsh words have reignited debates across the boxing world about Dubois' mental toughness, especially after back-to-back losses under the brightest lights.
Do you think if the referee had started the count, he gets back up?
Probably not in time now. Now we're talking about get a chance to rectify that, put that controversy to bed and, wipe the set clean. So that's what I'm focused on now.
On July 19, 2025, at Wembley Stadium in London, Daniel Dubois challenged undisputed heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk, with all major belts on the line. Dubois, the former IBF champion, arrived fresh off a devastating fifth-round knockout of Anthony Joshua in 2024, aiming to cement his place among the heavyweight elite.
Just one of the best I've seen live. And what an honour it was to watch him. But Dubois will be back. What is he? 28. He's young.
27.
27. He's young. He'll be 3-4-time world heavyweight champion of the world.
What is it about Usyk that makes him so good a level from the rest?
He joins the fight as mental energy, man. His footwork, his feints. He's unreal, bro. He's unreal.
Do you think Dubois could have got up in the last one? Pardon? The last knockdown. Do you think Dubois could have got up?
Yeah, he would have been hurt. He would have been hurt regardless. So it's for the better, I think.
What do you think Fury should do? Do you think he should get the trilogy?
Listen, they're powerful guys. You know what I mean? They can do what they want, not fight. Doesn't matter what they do, everyone will be interested.
In a powerful display of dominance, Usyk dismantled Dubois, sending him to the canvas twice in the fifth before his corner, overseen by coach Don Charles, threw in the towel, officially conceding the fight in round 6. The stoppage prompted criticism and triggered arguments across boxing circles.
Frank Warren addresses the crowd and says that Oleksandr Usyk is a modern-day legend after becoming the London 2012 Olympic heavyweight champion. He cleaned out the cruiserweight division to become undisputed. He did it in the heavyweight division, and he's just done it again, snatching Daniel Dubois' IBF world title off of him to add to his WBC, WBA and WBO. You just run out of things to say about Usyk. Everything that he does just impresses you more and more and more. 38 years old, and he's still taking apart 27-year-old men who are bigger and faster and younger and more naturally powerful with his feet, with his brain, with his heart, with his chin, with his skin and his commitment. Dubois gave it a go, but after the first 2-3 rounds, he lost faith in taking the initiative and throwing early. Dubois was countering him too much and too well. He dropped him in the fifth with a right hand, and to be fair to Dan, whose heart has been questioned in the past, Dubois got up. He looked over to his dad, Big Stan, in the corner, and found that little bit of inspiration to bite down on the gumshoe and go again. But moments later, Usyk, with stench of Dubois blood in his nose, cracked him with another left hand. Dan was down, and he was out, and he was not getting up. 3-time undisputed for Oleksandr Usyk, an undoubted modern-day great, one of the greatest boxers we have ever seen.
Dubois' preparation for the rematch with Oleksandr Usyk was overshadowed by a controversial gathering at his Essex home on fight day. Reports indicate about 70 guests were present, prompting him to briefly escape via a solo drive just hours before the bout. Dubois and his entourage faced accreditation issues upon arrival, ultimately arriving at Wembley a mere 90 minutes before his ring walk, and even walking on foot due to denied entry for several guests. Critics argue the chaos disrupted his focus and routine, though his trainer, Don Charles, defended it as a replication of their AJ fight energy ritual.
Was Daniel Dubois' dad the reason he lost to Oleksandr Usyk? Just hours before the huge heavyweight fight, Dubois' dad threw a party at his house with about 70 people, who then made their way to Wembley with him. Not only that, but some of the group weren't actually allowed into the arena, and his dad reportedly told security that Daniel wouldn't fight unless they were let in. Kiwi boxer Joseph Parker called it insanely disruptive and said a fighter needs rest, needs to chill, and needs to get in the zone before a bout. But it didn't stop there, as during the fight itself, Dubois' dad even spoke over his coach Don Charles in the corner, which would have undoubtedly added more confusion. His father has always played a big role in his career, but this time it may have cost him everything.
CompuBox statistics revealed Usyk's complete control. He outlanded Dubois in every round, landing 88 of 359 punches, 24.5%, compared to Dubois' 47 of 290. 16.2%. Dubois didn't manage double-digit landed punches in any single round, a testament to Usyk's precision and tactical mastery.
Almost has every single skill set. He has the feet, he has the power, he has the volume, he has the accuracy. He can set up and deliver. He can fight off the front foot, he can fight off the back foot. He can get stronger as the fight goes on, he can start quick. There are things that make him so special that I just haven't seen at the heavier weight classes in a very long time. And I don't know if he's getting the credit he deserves because he's not the greatest talker and English isn't his first language and he's not very extravagant or flamboyant. But again, maybe I'm just being a bit of a recency bias merchant. Maybe it's not as big a deal as I'm making it. And maybe Usyk still has a lot left to prove. I don't see anyone stopping him soon. Joseph Parker's the next guy. Bring him in. I don't think that one goes different. Usyk wants to fight Tyson Fury. I heard him say that name in the ring in a trilogy. Bring that in, I guess. Then Jake Paul decided he was going to pop up and do a face-to-face with Oleksandr Usyk.
John Fury has been highly critical of Oleksandr Usyk's size in the heavyweight division, famously quipping that Usyk is just too small to pose a real threat to his son, Tyson Fury. He's repeatedly argued that the Ukrainian's stature, while compensated by skill and speed, is simply not enough when matched against the sheer physical magnitude of a true heavyweight. In interviews, John's message has been clear. Technique only goes so far without the natural size and strength that dominate the weight class.
I've seen Usyk at the side of the ring. He's just too small. I know he's a great little fighter, but a good big one will beat a good little one. To be honest with you, Joe Joyce poses the biggest threat. He's a big, strong man. He can keep the pace going. He's got a brilliant engine, you know, and Tyson's got to be on his best boxing to win. If he comes in at 98% against Joe Joyce will win the fight. But if it's Joe Joyce, we will adapt a plan for Joe Joyce. We'll train for Joe Joyce, and Joe Joyce will succumb like the rest of them to the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
Well, it'll be a Usyk night, won't it? If Tyson can produce what I know he can, he'll stop Usyk. It'll be his easiest night. Yeah, because he's been in with some ferocious punches. You know, he's been in with Ngannou, probably the hardest hitting heavyweight in the world on record. You know, he hits the floor, gets back up again. So, what Usyk's bringing in the power department, he's used to anyway. But if he hasn't, well, it'll be a Usyk night, won't it?
Daniel Dubois, a British heavyweight with devastating knockout power, represents the new generation of heavyweight contenders. Dubois quickly rose through the ranks, earning a reputation as a hard-hitting puncher with the potential to become a future world champion. His aggressive style and physical strength made him a dangerous opponent for anyone in the division. In the first fight against Usyk, Dubois showed promise but struggled to impose his power and reach Usyk effectively, largely due to Usyk's elusive movement and superior boxing skills. That loss was a setback, but Dubois has since been training hard, improving his conditioning and tactics in preparation for this rematch.
Daniel, so if you see Fury winning, how does he win in your opinion?
We'll see. Let it play out now. It's too close to the fight to even be going over that. I want to see the best man win now.
How do you see the fight playing out in your opinion, with your mind, your expertise?
I think it's going to be a war. I think, you know, with Fury and Usyk, good styles, good clash of styles. So let's see. May the best man win.
Do you want Usyk to win to get your rematch?
I do, yeah. I've said it before. I'm here to challenge the winner.
And how does it look like with you and Fury?
Me and Fury?
Yeah.
Devastation. Great fight. Great fight.
How you feeling with this Parker fight?
Huh?
How you feeling about your Parker fight
Great.
coming up?
Great. Ready to go.
All right. Thank you, Daniel.
Yeah.
We're doing a simple one. You only have to answer yes or no, okay? First things first, is this the fight card of the century?
Yes.
Should Dubois Parker have been the main event?
Yes. Mixed feeling, but yes.
Are you the best heavyweight in the world?
Yes.
Will you have a rematch against Usyk?
After this, yes.
Saturday night, are you going to hold on to your belt?
Yes.
Okay.
Going home on a plane with him.
John Fury, known for his blunt assessments, has previously lauded Dubois as a true standout in the heavyweight division. In a 2020 interview, he declared, "He's definitely a world champion in the making." Backing up that bold claim a bit earlier, Fury added in another interview, "Daniel Dubois can be a heavyweight champion of the world. He's got all the ingredients. He's a very dangerous man. I wouldn't want to clip round the ear from him." That's the highest praise from Big John, framing Dubois not just as a contender, but a potential cornerstone of the heavyweight landscape. Following Usyk's dominant knockout, Tyson Fury took to social media to congratulate Usyk on his performance. In his post, Fury acknowledged Usyk's skill and dominance in the ring. He added, "There's only one man who can beat you again, and that's a Gypsy King." This statement reflects Fury's confidence and his belief in his ability to defeat Usyk. Despite their previous encounters, Fury has previously announced his retirement from boxing, but has hinted at a potential return, with a possible trilogy fight against Usyk being a topic of discussion.
Massive shout out to Oleksandr Usyk. Did a fantastic performance tonight over Daniel Dubois, a good young game lad who come for a good tear up. So congratulations to both men.
In their rematch on December 21st, 2024 in Riyadh, Oleksandr Usyk outpointed Tyson Fury via unanimous decision, with all three judges scoring the bout 116-112 in his favor. Despite Fury throwing more punches, 509 to Usyk's 423, the Ukrainian landed a higher percentage, showcasing greater accuracy and efficiency. Fury appeared strong early, even switching stances and landing body power shots, but began to tire midway and was visibly hurt in round 9, leading to a pivotal 10-8 round for Usyk. Post-fight, Fury called the decision a Christmas gift from the judges, refusing to accept the outcome.
My last fight was clear fucking victory for the Gypsy King. Anyone in boxing can see that. A complete load of dog shit, yeah? Political, whatever you want to call it, and everything did an interview just left the ring. As soon as that thing was answered, like, what the fuck is going on here? But I accept it, I'm a man. I don't make excuses. On with the next thing. Got paid, got laid, got out of there. Happy days. Went home to my family, and now I'm happy, you know? I'm at home with more comfortable. I train twice a day. I go out, I can have a beer when I want. I go eat what I want. I stay out late. I can do what the fuck I want. You know why? Because I've earned the right to.
John Fury sparked intense controversy ahead of Tyson Fury's first undisputed heavyweight title fight with Oleksandr Usyk when he headbutted a member of Usyk's team during Media Day in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Footage captured Fury confronting Stanislav Stepchuk, a nutritionist for Team Usyk, before forcibly ramming his head into the man, leaving Fury with a bloody forehead and two sides of his face, streaming with blood. Stepchuk appeared largely unfazed, with no visible signs of injury. Analysts agree that Oleksandr Usyk has little left to prove. His victory reinforced the belief that he is the most complete heavyweight in the modern era. From footwork to ring IQ and composure under pressure, Usyk continues to separate himself from the rest. Experts noted that, should he wish to fight again, the only remaining viable options would be Tyson Fury or Joseph Parker.
Probably get him. So I don't know. I'm making a lot of generalizations and assumptions right now, but if you look through the history of heavyweight boxing, you're not going to find as many movers, at least good footwork for the size they're at, that Usyk is. You might look to a Muhammad Ali, for example, and that would be a good matchup. Again, you look to Mike Tyson, who is a speed and explosive mover, whereas Usyk is very relaxed, it's composed, and the movement has a purpose, but it's not super explosive. It almost lulls you to sleep before the Cobra strikes, not Carl Froch. No reference there, Cobra. But yeah, the point is, maybe it's recency bias. Maybe I'm being a little too generous to Oleksandr Usyk, but when you are 2 times undisputed without ever losing, meaning they took your belt off you just because you didn't defend a mandatory. The guy that won it, you came back after you'd already beaten him. You beat him again and made it look easier the second time when you were the old man, the 38 and all this. The only issue I can think of is that his era of heavyweight won't be looked at as a great heavyweight era, which will penalize him. But you'll have to go to the 90s to look at a quote-unquote great heavyweight era, and I think that Usyk has the skills and the tools to beat them. You can go to the 80s, the 70s, the 60s. There's not going to be many guys that you can put on that list. And again, bring the Muhammad Ali comparisons and the Mike Tysons and even the Klitschko brothers, two other great Ukrainians in their prime, or the Lennox Lewises. Like you're going to have people, the Larry Holmes, you're going to have people that are good at what they do, but Usyk almost has every single skill set. He has the feet, he has the power, he has the volume, he has the accuracy. He can set up and deliver. He can fight off the front foot, he can fight off the back foot. He can get stronger as the fight goes on. He can start quick. There are things that make him so special that I just haven't seen at the heavier weight classes in a very long time. And I don't know if he's getting the credit he deserves because he's not the greatest talker and English isn't his first language, and he's not very extravagant or flamboyant.
Spencer Oliver has gone beyond praising Oleksandr Usyk's prowess in the ring. He celebrates the Ukrainian as a thoroughly complete individual, remarkable for both his sporting excellence and personal character. Oliver lauds Usyk's speed of foot, speed of hand, his uncanny ring intelligence, and insists that his blend of skill and discipline elevates him into the pantheon of all-time greats. He highlights Usyk's adaptability under pressure, clever tactical shifts, and natural showmanship. Usyk's interviews, humility, thoughtful humor, and warmth off camera further endear him to fans, commentators, and fellow athletes alike. Calling out critics of Dubois, Fury defended him emphatically, saying Dubois did his best but wasn't good enough, and questioned whether critics wanted him to die in the ring. He labeled detractors jealous and dream crushers, even extending an olive branch by offering Dubois to train with him in Morecambe.
Right guys, quick one. I keep getting asked about this Dubois situation and all this quitting stuff and whatever else. Here's the facts. The facts are, young Daniel did his best against one of the greatest champions that's ever been, and it wasn't good enough. He come up short. He got put down twice. What do you want him to do? Die in the ring? There's no first place for getting battered to fucking still losing. The lad did his best. He wasn't going to win the fight. He's better off getting out of there. There's a lot of jealousy in boxing, especially when an individual's making a lot of money. A lot of jealous fighters slagging someone off who did his best and had the guts to get in there. There is no cowards in boxing. When you're in that ring fighting world heavyweight champions, there is no cowards. So all the credit deserves to Daniel. He worked his bollocks off from being 8-year-old and fucking won the world title and fought fucking Usyk for undisputed. Now he's sitting at home, multi-millionaire at 27, do what the fuck he wants. Daniel, if you ever get to see this, chin up, son. Your dad's proud of you, everybody's proud of you. You've come from a kid to a man to be the world heavyweight champion and box at Wembley and in front of 100,000 people. You can't beat that kid. And if you ever want to do any training with a fucking real straight man, come yourself to Morecambe anytime you want, kid. Because there's no jealousy here and there's no fucking people putting others down who do the best. I call them dream crushers and jealous bastards. Exactly, that's what yous are. A lot of the dirty, jealous wankers. Get up, Daniel Dubois. Get up, son.
Eddie Hearn responded to Oleksandr Usyk's devastating fifth-round knockout of Daniel Dubois with equal parts admiration and pointed analysis. He hailed the champion's performance as a masterclass in control, timing, and ring IQ, declaring that Usyk had completely dismantled Dubois and reaffirmed why he ranks as the world's top pound-for-pound fighter. Hearn emphasized Usyk's calculated precision, praise echoed by broadcasters who noted his slick footwork and sharp counters that overwhelmed a powerful but outmaneuvered Dubois. Acknowledging the brutality of the knockout, Hearn underscored how Usyk's dominance was not just physical, but cerebral, spotlighting his anticipation, discipline, and the all-round skill that separate true champions in boxing today.
Just you're talking about one of the great generational. I watched the first 2 rounds, and Dubois looked really dangerous. Came out, backed him up, and then Usyk just decided, I can't allow him to back me up, so I'm going to go on the front foot and box aggressive here. And he knocked him spark out. Unbelievable. Just a true generational great.
What do you think about Usyk's performance and John Fury's response? Let us know in the comments below.